Welcome to Renatio's Show. This is the podcast where I interview entrepreneurs and mavericks who get shit done.
Hey, what's up, my friend? So in today's episode, we have Collin Seow. So Colin has a pretty interesting career path. He started off as an insurance agent, then he became a remisier, and today he's a traderpreneur. You're probably wondering, what's a traderpreneur? So basically, it's a trader and entrepreneur you combine together, you get traderpreneur. So one thing that's pretty interesting about Colin is that he's someone who's always smiling, happy, laughing, and bringing a ton of positive energy to the table. So if you're around him, right, you can't help but feel happy, right? Because he's always happy. So it's a very invaluable trait, if you ask me. And by the way, if you want to connect with Colin, I'll put his social media profile link in the description below. Moving on, right, in today's happy interview with Colin, here's what we covered. Number one, we talk about Colin's childhood, his growing up years, and formative moments. Then we talk about why he left a successful career as an insurance agent to become a remisier. And by the way, when I say successful career, he actually, has the MDRT, the $1 Million Round Table accolade, right, as an insurance agent. Then we also talk about how he got started in the trading business, the challenges he faced, and the lessons that he learned. Moving on, we talk about his relationship with money, right? Specifically, we dive into the crypto markets and real estate. And finally, right, towards the end, we talk about how he raised his children. He shared, the things he does, right, to build strong bonds with them, and also things that he wished he had done better. So all this and more in today's episode. Sounds good? Then go listen to it right now. So first and foremost, right, Colin, thank you, right, for being on the show. I think I've been in the trading education space for about 10 years. So it's very rare to have people longer than me, and you're one of them. So I really appreciate that, you've built such a great community to help, a lot of lost traders out there. So thank you, Colin.
Hey, thanks for having me today. I'm so excited to be here.
Happy to hear that.
Yeah.
So maybe to kick things off, right, we'll run through this sequence. Right? Firstly, we'll just talk about your early years of your childhood. Then we'll talk about the days as a remisier, your business, your SMT community. We'll talk about your relationship with money, parenthood, and then we kind of sum it up, right, today's session. Yeah. Okay. So first and foremost, I know that you used to be from SJI, St. Joseph Institution. Yeah. So can you maybe share with me what kind of kid were you like in school, right, back in those days?
I would say I'm more like a quiet kid, a follower kind of kid. We have a gang of maybe 4 people that we always hang out together, playing video games, but we didn't do well in our studies. In fact, sometimes we try to fight with each other, see who get lower grades. So I was more like a very just normal kid, because SGI is like my mom is from not a rich family. She's not educated, so she don't even know what school is good. So because she was doing seamstress, so she asked her which customer, hey, which school is good and things like that. Then from there they say, oh, you should go to De La Salle, which is the affiliated school. Then from the affiliated school they say, oh, after De La Salle you can go to SGI. So that's how my mom planned very early, even though she's not educated and not rich, So from there, she able to plan and then send me to. The school is very far. De La Salle is very far from my school, from my house. Yeah, but from there, after attending so many years, I managed to, because of relation, I managed to go to SGI. But I was a very try to stay low profile, but didn't do well in class kind of student. Maybe the back, we have maybe 15 classes. I'm the last 2 or 3 classes. Not normal, but because they still have 1 or 2 class normal. But we are back 1 or 2 express class.
Okay, but the bottom tier of the express class.
Yeah. Always have to scrape through.
So De La Salle is your primary school?
Secondary school.
Oh, De La Salle is your secondary school?
De La Salle is a primary school. SGI is secondary school. Yes.
Okay. So curious, PSLE score, back then there's PSLE. What's your three digit?
PSLE score, I forget, man. I think it's 221 or something like that. Yeah. Just managed to get in.
Okay.
Yeah.
And I understand that you also you're dyslexic. So what are some of the struggles you face, right, as a student who is dyslexic?
Actually, when we were younger, right, we don't know this thing called dyslexic, right? Or your parent won't go and test you for being dyslexic. It was only when I was much later, right, that I thought, hey, maybe possible I'm dyslexic because my mom is dyslexic. And how do I know my mom is dyslexic? Because every time she look at the bus number, right, let's say 136, she always say 163. Every time. So every bus number always get the sequence wrong. Then for me, it's because sometimes do trading, right? Look at the codes for Hong Kong and things like that. Always the number jumble up. Then when I write, sometimes I also miss outwards and things like that. Then I think, why is it like that? Then from there, I must be dyslexic. Of course, I didn't go for tests. But challenges that I face when I'm dyslexic is not so much of study, because that was only much later that I found. But like singing karaoke. Singing karaoke is challenging for me because I can't follow the words. The words keep jumping and what you see and what your mouth come out is different. So it's quite interesting. But that is only later. Early part, I don't even know I'm dyslexic.
So would you have early part, do you have any struggles with trying to understand concepts or follow along in school?
I think reading, maybe not reading, but writing is a problem. Because when I talk in a normal way.
Yeah.
But when I write, there's a lot of missing words.
Missing words? Can you give an example of
like example, I will have words that are missing. Like let's meet at this place or something like that. I say let's meet. I will have missing words in between that make the understanding harder to understand.
Okay.
And I would think that I've written the full sentence correctly in proper English, but when you after I write already and I read out, it's not how I talk.
Yeah, so you have to reread multiple times to make sure the sentence.
Yeah. Because people will feel like, oh, you're careless and things like that. But it's because mentally I felt that I wrote the thing already.
Okay.
Yeah, it's only when I reread the thing that I found, actually, this is wrong. And it happened very often. So maybe in terms of English, you will say, how come your English is so bad? Yeah. You know what I mean? Yeah. There's a lot of missing words in the conversation.
And that's why people think your English is bad. But in your head, you're actually thinking you're speaking okay or good English, but the words that come out.
Not like bad English. I know the things are there, but it's just that when I write, it looks like bad English.
Okay.
Yeah.
Then how about now today, like with this condition, does it still affect you day to day?
So like things that I try to conquer, I found that I cannot sing karaoke. Then I spent 2 years to go and learn singing.
Really?
Then I got a coach that can teach you how to sing. Things that that I didn't think that I need to compensate. I go and upgrade myself to go and do that. Like example, reading or writing. These are things that I went for English school when I was adult. So go at English school to learn English. I learned how to speak, and write properly. I also went there about 2 years. Go spend time with a speaking coach and a writing coach to teach me how to write and speak properly.
So what are some of the things that you learned that help you, with your reading and writing?
I think everything is a skill. It is a skill that you pick up. So like, I think for singing, I think there's a lot of basic skill that you need to do. Some of the skill that you need to have. So it's a transferable skill that you know. And for me, for singing, it's more just memorizing the words. Because I can't read. I can't sing with the karaoke thing. Then for speaking, so long I also forgot already. But some of the words and things like that, structure and things like that. She was actually a DJ, I think, previously. Yeah, Jessica, I think. Yeah.
Okay. Maybe now I'd like to take a step back and maybe hear more about maybe your family, because you mentioned that you were from a poorer background. Your mom was a seamstress, right?
Yeah.
So what about your dad?
Oh, my dad was both my mom and dad are both not educated, illiterate. It means they cannot read.
So did you finish primary school or primary school so never?
I think my dad finished maybe until primary 6 or something like that. But my mom didn't. My mom just worked. So both of them were considered illiterate and poor along. So my dad moved from many jobs. Over the years, she have worked in many years ago. She worked in Ford Motors. There was a car manufacturing company in Singapore before doing Ford. And then she worked as an ambulance driver before. she worked as a car valet before, park car for people at night. And then he also worked, so many jobs. Forklift driver also did before.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but every time when he's in a job, always got challenges. Like example, valet, then suddenly have a big accident, spoil people's car, then got to pay for the car. Then my mom got to find the money to pay for the injury because he was injured and also pay for the damages to the car. Then forklift also the same thing, go and do the forklift, then suddenly the pallet drop and things like that. So every time you do a job, then something happened, then my mom got to find a way to make ends meet. So very, very challenging period time. Yeah. The earlier days, I can't remember, like 4 days, I can't remember. I can remember the valet day when he was injured. I can remember the forklift day when he damages the pallet and things like that. So every time, work a few years, then lost job already. Was a few years, lost his job already. Then my mom got to be the one that is like, my mom also do a few jobs. It's not only one job, it's like doing, take care of, so-called, go to your house and clean, house cleaner, then do sewing and mending clothes, do many jobs.
So each of them like hold multiple jobs at one time.
Yeah. My dad usually have just one job, but move from job to job. My mom got multiple jobs. Yeah.
How old were you when you mentioned your dad like have all this accident like the forklift valet?
Maybe in primary school. Primary school sometimes. Because I don't have my own room, so we have 2 bedroom. So I will, initial days, I will sleep with my sister. And then we have a cousin that's also sleep with us. So it's 3 person in the room. Then my mom and dad in their room. Then when I was older, I said, hey, wait, not nice. 2 girls and then me, right? So I didn't sleep in the hall. So sometimes I will come back at night, then I'll know, he come back at night already. After the valet. Because valet is usually at night one. They park car for the KTV people, so the bosses will give him tip and things like that. So he only work at night. So when he work at night, then he will, after parking car, then he will come back. Then I will know. So I think this maybe like, should be maybe primary school days. Or maybe secondary school days. Well, I'll still stay in the Dover Crescent. Yeah.
How do you feel about this, like knowing that your family is not well to do? Like, do you have any emotions about this?
Actually, no. So I like now I just talk about it, then I say, hey, maybe there's some emotion. But when I was younger, I don't feel that I was poor. Even though maybe I was poor, I don't feel I was poor. I feel I was like average. Yeah. But now, because nowadays, every Friday I spend time with my mom, right? To go, every Friday morning I'll go breakfast with her. So sometimes she'll take back the sad story. Then I think back, wow, actually quite sad. Last time we were really quite poor. We were like, borrow eggs from my neighbor. Eggs also don't have, oil also don't have, rice also don't go. They go next door to borrow the rice and eggs. So they may think about it, actually quite poor, But when I was there, I don't really feel poor. Because my dad always make sure that I have enough money. My mom also make sure that they take care of me and things like that. So we don't, I think I and my sister don't really feel poor or disadvantaged. And then I don't really compare, because SGI got like very rich people there also, right? Don't have inferior complex. Yeah. So it's only when we're older, maybe I feel, when I was younger, actually I quite poor. But because we were living in a neighborhood like, how to say, everybody's like that. Everybody also a bit poor one, not so rich one. So the discrepancy is not so big, you see. Yeah. So I think that was the thing that I was living in during that time.
And I'm guessing maybe perhaps your parents had a lot of love for you and your siblings, and that's why you don't really feel poor, even though you might be poor financially.
I mean, when we younger kind of days, the love is translated in a different way.
Caning,
it's like very jalak caning, and it's like the love is translated in a different way, So I was a very naughty boy when I was young, very, very rebellious, very naughty boy. So it's like they were like have relay to cane me, like my mom cane until hand tired. Pass to my auntie to cane again. So I'm very naughty then I tie up and cane, and it's the kind of love and so a lot of caning like can't count the number of caning but there were a few caning session that like etched in my mind. Wow, very, very painful.
Do you remember what led to that caning session, or what do you do that caused you to get caned?
There was one incident because my dad was a weightlifter.
Weightlifter?
Yeah,
no.
he got a picture of doing lifting weights over here, doing the snatch and things like that overhead. So he got a picture there. So he's very strong. So then one of the period, my dad's friend kids also at the same school. So one day, my dad said, I go and get someone to beat up this kid, which didn't happen, in real life didn't happen. I didn't get someone to go and beat up this kid. But my dad accused me of doing that. So when he came back, he accused me of doing that. Then I say, no, I didn't. Then he just don't believe lah. Then he just take out the cane, and then I just sit in front of TV, and then he just keep caning me. But I was very, rebellious also. I didn't move.
You didn't move?
I just sit down there and watch TV, and he just keep whacking my behind until all the lines. So after the whole incident, because it's very strong, every stroke is a line. So after that, then my mom go and put medicine for me, then she cried. Because it's really very all over the place. Yeah.
And you didn't move. That's really very...
Yeah, because I was very angry that how he accused me of something that I didn't do. So I just sit down there and let him get my back. Yeah. Then he also angry because this guy,
reaction, right?
this guy don't want to react, you see. So he want to fight the ego, you see.
Yeah.
So, and it was quite young during that time, right? So it's it's an incident that I remember. Another incident was went to a bungalow, like those house like that, for holiday in Changi. We rent out one of those bungalow houses. Then don't know why I very naughty. Then that day, my mom and my auntie all take turn to cane me, and then keep running around and caning me. quite jialat. Yeah, so that was another incident. And then nowadays, they will still talk about it.
I believe now when they talk, they will laugh and bring a smile to their face. But back then, wasn't that funny?
Correct. But it's the kind of love. My dad is more seldom cane me, but when he cane me, it's quite serious kind of caning. My mom is often cane me, often scold me also. And on hindsight, I think I'm quite a naughty boy. Yeah, because I'm those that once come home, go downstairs and play, never study one. Play until at night, 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock, and come back, eat. So it's quite naughty, always outside the void deck.
So what do you remember as some of the maybe more formative moments in your life?
So because a lot of my friends are like friends I know from void deck, Although nowadays maybe lesser. During my time, it's like the naughty kids will always hang out in the void deck. The good kids will be studying at home, right? Then our kids will play catching, play all kind of things. Yeah. So I think during the early days, maybe one of the things is friendship. I think friendship is important. We do a lot of things together. Yeah. And I form like a gang like that. Yeah. Of course, we got the serious gang, and then we got the normal kind of gang. I think that's the one. In the early days, I do have a group in my secondary school days, I do have a group of 4 very close friends. And recently, one of his dad is voted Forbes magazine Indonesia #1 richest man now. #1. And he was all the while in the top 10, but recently he was #1. So we're quite close during COVID because everyone was locked down. We hang out together in Singapore. Yeah. So, but this group again, these 4 of us, we are quite close, and we always hang out together. But I think earlier days, I was really a follower. Yeah. I was most of the big direction thing I will let them do, but I will think of funny, stupid small things to do. Yeah.
Do you remember of any stupid small things?
Disruptive things, or just being disruptive. I think maybe a young kids, I don't follow the system, and I'm more as a disruptive kid. Yeah. So a lot of times, I would say, I don't know, my impression, I'm not a naughty boy. But I always get stand in front of the office 2 days in front of the principal office for 2 days, which is quite serious, right? I bring sting bomb itchy powder all this stuff thing. And then, so these are the things. But in my profession, I'm not very naughty. Maybe just very system tester. Yeah.
I think most of the naughty kids don't think they're naughty also.
Maybe it's like that. Yeah.
So from SGI then, what's your next path in life? Where do you go?
So after SGI, I went to poly. So I was very sure that I wanted to go poly. So I know that I need to study just 5 subjects to get poly. So I only study 5. Then I failed the rest. Yeah. So I remember my history, I got like, so there was this incident, right? And me and this very rich friend, right? We got to hit our history teacher. So he said, okay, let's show the history teacher that we hit her. So during prelims, right, it's quite important, right? Sec 4 prelim, then O-level, right? Then prelim, we'll try and compete, see who get lower score. So we didn't study at all. So at the end of the day, I got 9, not F9, or 9 out of 100. No. Then I said, then I should win that guy already. So I showed him, I got 9 out of 100. But then he got worse, he got 5 out of 100. So it's like just try being disruptive, or being like a system tester and show, hey, we are not in the power of the system and things like that. Yeah.
And how do your parents feel about this, like your academic results not,
But I know what I want to do. So I know I want to go poly, so I make sure I get the poly. Yeah, so even though I was naughty, I know that I need to go express, so I go express. So I didn't go normal. So I study enough just to go express. I study enough just to go poly, because I know what I want beforehand really. So I do the minimum that even though my mom told me I never studied before, I never do homework, every time copy, but I always get that thing that I want to do.
The minimum effort to reach objective.
To get the job done while doing other naughty things.
Nice.
So when I'm poly, then I get the thing that I want to do. Then during my poly days, maybe so I joined club. Like we have a campus crusade club, which is like a Christian club. Then from there, my life a bit changed. Yeah, because in the campus crusade during those days they were being a good Christian, learning leadership, leading group, cell group, and things like that. So I think my second year in poly, then my life a bit changed. Then so I started to have discipline. I still remember I was like always the earliest, almost in the school. I'll get very, very early in the school. Then in the bus, I'll read books. I'll read motivational books. I'll read Christian books. Then I'll go to, I'm from Nian. Nian also. Nian, then there's the stadium where the running track is. Go to the corner right side. Then I'll sit down there and then I'll read my books. I'll pray. And then every day I'll do that. And then 1 hour or 2 hours before the class start. Then that's like a ritual for me. Then maybe evening time I'll go gym and things like that. So become a bit changed from there.
So what was the trigger for the change? Just because of the Crusade Club? Or was there something that happened?
I think it's not that I want to be naughty for the sake of naughty. I don't feel I was naughty. I just maybe not in the right environment. In the right environment. So when you are in the Christian, like campus environment, then it's like everybody's like this. Then I try to also do like this. And I also feel that there were some like camps and things that we go through and things like that. I think that really helped me to mold my character. Like go on the street and then we will last time they go witness sing like go to talk about God and things like that. Always get the top score, like always share with the most people, or share they have a KPI kind of thing. Like almost always the best salesman in the I don't say as a salesman, but during then I was always trying to be number one. And just that period of time, I think was the environment was right. So when the environment was right, then I felt, I want to become a better person. Then I think during maybe late secondary school day, I pick up gym. Then from there, I also become more serious. I want to go do well in different areas of my life. Then I read books also, that talk about improving different areas of my life. So those personal development books I read quite early. I would say maybe late secondary school to poly days, I was very, very into all this personal development. I think somehow it helped.
So what were you studying back in poly?
I was doing mechanical
Oh, engineering.
engineering. Yeah.
Okay. So do you like manage to do well for your poly studies?
Poly I did well. Like, I got distinction. I got a few distinction. I did okay lah. Especially my second and third year, I did better even.
Okay.
Yeah.
So after poly, I'm guessing it's army. That's when you enter army.
Yeah.
How was army for you?
Army was tough. Because I was in like you commando and guards. Okay. So also very tough. Very tough. Was a man. Like so go through all the exercise. I don't know why people very scared of like overseas mission. Last time we got like Brunei, Taiwan, what else? Thailand, all this. Wow. Sometimes we very tough. So even sometimes like one section, right? Always got 7 people or something like that. We only got like 2 people only go overseas mission because all downgrade or gang or whatever. Everybody. So it's like, then the equipment's still the same. You see. So equipment still the same. You got to carry rope, you got to carry everything. But you only got 2-3 people in the section. Quite xiong. Yeah. So I didn't enjoy my army. Yeah. I didn't enjoy it because it's like very tough. And in my side also we were dying. One passed away. And the night before he was the one that was sleeping beside me. And he died. Yeah. Just one route march only. One died. 3 highly evac. And then 3 highly evac. And 1 committed suicide. Just one route march. So it was like very scary because this moment there was a helicopter coming in, next moment they were committing suicide. So very, very, very scary.
Is it because the road march is very long distance or?
No, it's only 5k forced march, but 5 kilometer forced march in the cemetery. But my OC was a ranger, so it's like mad one. So my PC was also like a ranger. My a lot of them ranger one, so they like
The mind a bit
crazy. So that we were like doing marches and then halfway through do push up.
right.
Marches do push up,
the
to sit up.
intensity is
Then
very
after
high.
they say you better walk faster, now you'll dig a grave here. Then true enough that weekend, because of Malay, then they dig the grave there. Then our weekend burn. Then I say, oh hello. Yeah. So it's very traumatizing, that a bit of ill treatment kind of thing. So after that, it was being investigated. So lack of sleep, because we got lack of sleep, 2-3 hours sleep, and then a bit of ill treatment. And from there, in the later part of the army, it became better because most of them, 2 years, they finish, pass out already. They no more doing it. So I went to become an instructor in 7BTS. Well, then 7BTS is it's like school, guard school, right? So that one is like king. Yeah.
So after your 2 years, you went to sign on to be the what?
No, 2 years, and then we got half more year, because I'm poly.
Alright, 2.5
Now
years.
it's
Now it's only
2 years.
1 year, 10 months if you pass your IPPT or
Okay.
something like that.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. Now last time it's 2.5 years. So 2 years, most of them left already. So the whole battalion was gone already. The 2 guards was gone already. Then from there, I was sent to school as an instructor.
Gonna be king.
Wow, sure man. Because I'm a corporal. Then one corporal can go instructor. Then he said, this guy met one, go and beat up. He was an officer, go and beat up someone. And then he became downgraded. But actually not true. Yeah.
Just give you a story to scare them.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Then after army, do you like further your studies or you went to the
No,
workforce?
then I went to work. I went to... so during army days, there was maybe last 6 months, I started to attend courses also. So I think last 2 months, I went to learn a speed reading course during army. I haven't finished army yet. Speed reading course during the weekend. Then during the speed reading course, I met someone who was a insurance manager. Then he talked to me, then tried to recruit me as an insurance agent. Yeah, that was like many years ago. Then from there, then I thought to myself, that's quite old. My dad only had me at 40. So, and he's like, when I was 20, he's like 60 already. So very old. So then I thought, if I go and become an engineer, by the time I need to repay him, so many years, climb the become an engineer. So I thought, so insurance was something that is, during many years ago, they are not called financial advisors. They were called insurance agent. The reputation is very, very bad.
Very bad.
Very bad. Because it's like, if you have nothing to do, then you do insurance. Not like nowadays, they got more prestige. During that time, it's like, you don't study, then you can't get a job, then you can be an insurance agent. Because like a salesman kind of thing. Yeah. So, but I felt that, hey, that was something that I wanted to do because I write my own check. I'm in charge of my own results. Yeah. So from there, I started to do insurance.
So that was your first job, selling insurance?
Yeah. So I had a good head start because again, system tester again. I go and talk to my OC, is it? Or the OC lah. Then after that, I say, hey, I want to talk to the people about insurance in the army. Then the guy is quite fierce. He's like a warrant officer, but he was sent to the 7 BTS as a instructor also. So they say, okay, you do, but you don't get caught.
Wow, they're quite chill about this.
So I go and do like Vanguard sheet, then go write plan A, plan B, then go let them buy. Then I present on like a stage. They come together. Then I present.
Oh, means you one person pitch a
Yeah,
bunch of them in
yeah,
the
and plan A, plan B. And then during that time, they were going into, a lot of them signed on as aircraft technician. A lot of them signed on. So a lot of them wanted to find out more because want to save money and things like that. So that gave me the first kickstart in the business because I don't have any contact. Yeah, so I show them plan A, plan B. Then after I follow up with them one by one. So I think the first 2 years, a lot were from there. A lot of small cases, but just grind. Yeah.
So from then, insurance, how do you then kind of pivot to the remisier business?
Okay, so after I do insurance, I think I did like 4 or 5 years MDRT. I did pretty well. But the 7th, 8th year, I felt that a bit wrong already. Because why? Because during that time, there was a lot of mis-selling of insurance. People would go to 2-room flat or 1-room flat to sell insurance. And they do a lot of wrong stuff. So during that time, a lot of my clients became my friends already. Yeah. So then I felt, hey, those people who are doing wrong stuff continue to do very well. And my mind is doing the slow way, doing financial planning, asking questions. They are doing like factory way, They're doing a lot of kickbacks and things like that. So I felt like, hey, during the time, a bit not aligned already, the goals. So from there, I was also trading on my own, maybe before when I was doing insurance. So I thought, hey, since I'm doing my own trading, then why not I just become a remisier? So I took the exam. During that time, it was very hard to pass the exam also. So then from there, I took the exam and then became a remisier.
How do you first learn about trading?
Trading, very early years. I think I opened my first brokerage account like when 21, I opened the account already. Yeah. Then my first trading experience was, I think the building already gone. It's called White House Building or something like that near to Tanjong Pagar. So during that time, they were doing a lot of bucket shop. That means they advertise on classified ads. Hey, you want to learn trading? Come down and learn. So they were trading commodities, US market. And so you put some capital, they teach you, and then after that you put some capital with them. And during them is trade at night one. And then why is it bucket short? Is because we don't know the immediate price. It's all by telex one. So what happened is when you place an order, if the order make money, then they will give you a certain price because it's delayed. It's by telex. So they say, order not done. Order not done. If let's say make money, then order not done. If you make lose money, then order done. Yeah. Then how they bucket shop, how they churn the new people. But they teach you TA. So the positive thing out of this thing was I learned TA from that place. The very first TA, 21, 22 years old. I learned TA from there. Yeah.
So it was from classified ads, you realized there's this thing called trading, and that's how you
Trading,
actually got
yes,
started
yes,
with
yes,
trading.
yes. Then from there, so I read books and learn more about investing, different parts. I was Warren Buffett, the usual thing. I went to Warren Buffett, all the different books.
So from doing insurance and then to remisier business, it's kind of like two different worlds, even though it's finance. What gave you the confidence to, okay, let's move on and do something else?
Actually, no confidence, because it's something like totally different thing. Totally different thing. Yeah. Insurance is like 1-to-1, and it's kind of like you close one sale, then get comms and things like that. This one is based on how good you are. If you're a good remiser, you give good ideas and things like that, then that's where you get customers coming in. So during that time, no confidence. But it's really, really like, I felt that I need to have my goal aligned. What I mean by goal aligned is my interests, my customers' interests, the company interest must be aligned. So how that is aligned is because if let's say I'm a good remiser, my customer will be happy because they make money, and then the company also happy they make money. So it's aligned, you see. But insurance sometimes it's not aligned because sometimes they may do funny business, bad for the customer, good for the agent, but also bad for the company, you see. So it's not aligned, you see. So if there was a misalignment after 1 or 2 years, I think enough already, because it's not going to work. Yeah, but this is aligned, see. So I felt like, because insurance sometimes when you sell, I may sell lousy product to customer, you still get higher comms and things like that. But for brokerage, no whatever share you buy, also same price. It's just like per share done and things like that. So it's really how good you are. Yeah. So no confidence, but I knew that if work by the principle, right, then should be correct. The principle is win-win-win, or win-win. You must be win, the customer must win, you must win, then everybody win. If it's win-lose, the customer lose, you win. Eventually, the customer will run away or complain you or whatever. So after a while, I found that, this is the correct way, then it should work. Then,
So how do you, grow the business?
Actually, when I first joined, I had the idea. I wrote this Robert Kiyosaki book, like Rich Dad Poor Dad. I think you also read, right? Yeah, it's like one of the key of getting out of the rat race is to reduce your expenses. So I came to that season that I wanted to reduce my expenses and just trade for a living. So I have very few clients. I only focus on my own trading, but my main focus was lowering my expenses and then make income to pay for my expenses. So then I'm out of the rat race already. So during that period of time was really like controlling expenses and just trade for income. Yeah. And managed to do that for a while. Yeah.
So then later on, like as your remiser business grew, how did people find you to trade through you?
Yeah. So that's the story, famous story when halfway through 6 months into the industry, then one of my client lost money. He was an ex-remiser also.
He was ex-remiser, okay.
He was former remiser, no longer remiser, but he trade my account, my customer, and he trade warrants. I don't know whether you know warrants. And during that time, warrants, you can trade very, very high limit. So he's a very smart guy, RI boy and things like that. But he trade against the market. So now he lost $250,000 from the whole incident. About 2-3 weeks only he lost this money. Then decided not to pay. So during that time, he decided not to pay. Then I was doing my own trading, my own lowering my expenses, making sure that I can get out of the rat race. Then suddenly got this thing. They said, I got to redo the whole thing again. Yeah. So from there, I stopped my own trading because I cannot pay back the losses because the company, even though the company sued him bankrupt, that became my debt.
That's the way it's being structured.
Yeah, the debt became my debt. And they charge me interest. I think every month the interest is like few $1,000s. Wow. 9%. 9%. I say, go and count. So it's very high. So I can't count. I trade, cannot pay for my expenses, my family expenses, interest, plus pay the principal. I cannot, the sum doesn't add up. So I cannot do this. Yeah. So then I still have some capital during then. So I said, don't trade for income. Let's go and find other ways to look at the market. Then, I still remember one day I sit because I staying in Pasir Ris, I sit at the beach there, lost because cannot see the brightness of future. This side, 250,000, charging 9%. This side, income not enough. And I said, totally lost. So from there, I came out with a 7-year plan, like how to do this. So one of the things I did was I want to do systematic trading. So I spend weekends to do back testing and things like that. I still remember using MetaStock. And during that time, the software was not so fast. Sometimes you back test one strategy, right? It can take 2 hours, 1 hour. So I would press the button, then I'll go and eat, then come back, see the result, and change some parameters, press again. So it's through the weekend, through the night, like this. Yeah, trying to find how can I get out of this whole thing? Find a system that can work. Yeah. And from there, I start to apply. I trade the index, apply, do, and then also I got clients. Because I think I need to improve my clients and things like that. So they were doing both things simultaneously. Then, long story short, pay off the losses. About 18 months, I paid off everything. The person still remember my friend, the former client who lost money. Still my friend, but I paid off the losses already. Then I met up with this guy. Yeah. So, interesting story. When he wanted to declare bankrupt, because friend, he called me, said, Colin, I'm going to Australia last time before I declared bankrupt. So then I said, then I said, can I meet you at airport? So I was going to meet him at airport to send him off to Australia. Then I passed him a Christian book or something like that. Then I say, okay, you go and enjoy a holiday. But let me tell you this is the best thing that's going to happen in my life. I said that by faith, really, in the airport when I'm sending off, I said, this is going to be the best thing that happened in my life. And I got no idea how to do it. So after when I paid off the whole thing, then I met up with him again. Then I said, hey, remember I said this? Yeah, then he said, oh yeah. But we remain friends throughout that whole thing.
Even till today?
Today, yeah.
That's amazing.
Yeah, and only time that I got angry, because I didn't blame him. The only time I got angry is because one day I saw on my calendar his birthday. So I call him or text him, happy birthday, call, text. Then he didn't reply or the phone number changed. Then I got very angry. Why? Because I didn't blame you. I didn't say anything about you. Then your phone number changed, you didn't tell me. Not nice. So that period I got angry. Then later part, he really contact me again or something like that. Then he thought, I changed my number, things like that. So I said, okay, he's not trying to run away. So that was only part of the season. But that's so many years ago, more than so many years ago.
So would you say that this is, true enough, is maybe the best thing or one of the best things that happened to you?
Yeah. So one of the best things that happened to me was when I started to do more into learning about MetaStock, learning about backtesting, learning about systematic trading. That was one of the best things. Second thing that was good, I started to go into training. I started to talk about, last time the training is not on system, it's on TA, technical analysis. Then later when I do TA course, then a lot of people don't really understand or take too long to pick up. Then I found that actually the biggest challenge in trading is not the skill, it's the emotion. That's why systematic is the answer. Because sometimes TA can be hard to read. TA. Yeah, but I think one of the best things that came out of the thing, so when I told you about the 7-year vision, one of the keyword that came to my mind was I want to build a community. Community was a word for me. Yeah, so there was a few keywords, but one of the keywords was build a community. Why? Because community is where you get trust. Community is a place where you meet up and you have trust. Yeah, so I think so actually there was a certain thing that helped me understand why I need to build a community. And from there, I understand that to build a community is one person at a time. One person at a time. You want to build a community, touch one person's life at a time. Have coffee with him, have lunch with him, one person at a time. It's not on the big stage. On the big stage, when you talk and things like that, hello, hi, 500 of you, life don't change one. They only maybe inspired, but their life has not changed. So you do that inspirational stuff, but the life is changed when you meet up people one-to-one. When you meet up one-to-one, they really found their problem, you journey with them. That's how you build community. So the saying was, every week, same time, same place. Every week, I have a Monday morning entertainment, right? Every week, same time, same place, 8 o'clock. I do with my community. Whether you attended class 10 years ago, 5 years ago, 2 years ago, you can come for the live Zoom every week. Every week, same time, same place. Then the next phase is one person at a time. But you want to build community, it's one person at a time. Yeah, so that was a thing that I got it from there. Yeah.
So I'm curious from the remisier business. I wanted to ask Robin previously, but I didn't have a chance. Right? So how was the compensation like being structured? Like I understand that remisier, they usually take a cut of maybe of the commission, but what kind of percentage is usually back then?
I think it was 40%, not wrong.
So if someone pays like, let's say, for example, $100 in commission, you will take $40.
Oh, no. So it's $40 if they call in. I think $40 if you call in. I think the commission is also high. Commission is like $25 to get 40%.
Oh, you get 40% off the $25. Okay.
If you call in. If you don't call in, I think it's 20% or something like that.
Okay.
Yeah, it's lower lah. Yeah. So, but my strategy during then was not to have a lot of call-in clients also. Because call-in then got limited. So I had a lot of like online clients. Yeah.
So the strategy for back then the strategy is more of like the more clients you have, the more clients that trade with a high enough volume, that's how much more the remisier can make. Is it still the same today or things have changed?
I think over the years, remisier, because remisier is like a very old kind of structure. Some of the new brokerage, they don't have remisier.
Yeah, it's a term that actually is only in Singapore. Overseas, they don't use that term.
Correct. Why they have remisier is, a company why they have remisier is counterparty risk. That means if the client went away, you can actually go after them. Because we have this, what we call contra period, where you can don't need money, you can trade. So that was the contra day, Singapore, Malaysia only. But most of the time nowadays, the account, you put in money, then you can trade one. You cannot do contra.
So there's very little counterparty risk nowadays.
Very little counterparty risk. And I feel that this model is dying already. Because it's just like gambling. You don't put in money and then you just trade. You trade, you make money, there's contra the amount. And then it's not worth the risk for the remisier also. Because you take the 0.1%, and then you got to underwrite the risk.
Yeah.
It's not worth.
Small profit, big losses.
Yeah. So you can maybe make small, one big loss or everything gone already. So it's not worth to do it anymore. Yeah.
So from then you there's this vision to build a community and then to start this SMT, right?
Yeah.
How did that come about?
Actually, it's not like eventually we have SMT. It's always from like last time I was doing on my own, one person, building, teaching TA and things like in the class. Then later part we to build a community, we need support. Cannot be one person. So from there, I start to get second person in, then hire the next person in to help to build a community. Then from there, slowly it grew. Yeah, but it's very painful, I would say. I think for me it was very painful because I was not good in closing also. So to do class like that, must do closing, right? But I was very not good. I was very matter of fact kind of thing. So but over the years, what I found the most important thing about trading is not about the skill. If they say hit rate even, there were a lot of focus on skill, hit rate and things like that. It's not about like this because the success of a trader is learning how to manage your emotion. Of course, you must have an edge. But if you have an edge, you cannot manage your emotion, it's useless. So at the end of the day, you still must come back to can you take the trade or execute the trade when the emotion come in. That is the biggest takeaway that I have for traders. The first thing. Second thing is as a trader, of course we talk about money management and all these things. What I found, because early early part of my investing days is always like buy low, sell high. But later part of my journey is all about trend following. What is the strongest sector? What is the strongest stocks? Trade those, So a bit of change in the philosophy. So over the years, I fine-tune my philosophy lah. So it's not like in the beginning, I already have this philosophy. As I do my TA, then I teach, I do this thing. Then eventually I say, hey, this is the correct philosophy where they get most likely to get the results. Mm-hmm. So it's not like systematic trader is like that right from the beginning.
Okay.
Yeah.
Got it.
Yeah.
So because systematic trader is a business, right? So I'd like to hear what are some of the challenges you face in doing this business and what lessons you learn?
The biggest challenge is
don't have to do the biggest. I mean the challenges that come to your mind.
The challenges we have, it's marketing lah, frankly. Yeah, because I do this like more than 16 years. The biggest challenge is, you see, most people like to make big claims, But because my idea is to build community, you cannot make big claims and then cannot deliver. You see, because every week you see the person in the community. If you do like that, then no good lah. The person will scold you and things like that lah. So you cannot make outrageous claim and things like that. So, but there are people who do that, you see. So when they do outrageous claim and things like that, it's very hard to beat them lah. How to beat them, the returns and things, I cannot beat them lah. So I just attract a certain kind of people that don't believe in outrageous claim. So marketing was one of the biggest challenge that I have. Because I'm not willing to do that. Because if you do that, then after a while, your community will be gone. So it's a short-term solution, but the problem will be long-term. So that was one of the biggest challenge. Marketing, I believe that you need to have integrity when you market. That's why we can do like 16 years still around every week. Still got 400 people attending every week. Because we believe that we take the harder road. Tell them that, hey, trading is a life skill. Trading is not about hit jackpot. Trading is something that you need to, it's like swimming. You need to grind, you need to do over again, work on yourself. There's a certain philosophy, but you still need to work on yourself. So certain people attracted to this one, but a lot of people are not attracted. People attracted to the fast money and the easy gain and things like that. So I think marketing was my biggest challenge. Yeah. And second biggest challenge, like the last few years, right? The keyword to my team is how to get result for the student. That is the bottom line. Because no matter how good your marketing is, if your marketing is good in the front and your back cannot deliver, eventually the whole thing will be gone. So the challenge for the whole team is how do we get more people results? The existing student, not the new student, the existing student result. Because I know that if I get the existing student result, it will come back eventually. Yeah, the community will grow. It may grow slower, but it will continue to grow. But if you just make outrageous claim and don't deliver, after a while this thing will deliver. So the challenge for the team was actually how do we cannot make 100% of everyone make money, cannot. But how can we have system, have processes to help them to get better results? Yeah. So the last few years was just on focusing on that. How to make existing graduate in the community profitable. That was the key. Yeah.
So what about, let's say we talk about earlier about the challenges. What about some of the success you had in business and what some lessons from it?
Success? In terms of what? Trading or in terms of like
the business that
success?
You are, yeah.
Business success, I think I struggled maybe close to like 7 years. We were like 3-person team.
The first 7 years of business.
First 7 years were like 3-person team. Then, but during then, one of the good things that we did was weekly webinar. And during webinar at the time was not, nobody do webinar. It's not famous. Don't have Zoom and things like that. They were not aware of all this. But we done that since like very many years before Zoom became popular. We were doing webinar Zoom already. Yeah. So when the COVID came about, it was very natural for us to do the preview and the class on Zoom also. Last time, our weekly webinar on Zoom, but our class was all live. Then just very, very quickly we pivot. I think that was one of the thing that we did very well. We did very well. We pivoted very fast, and because the team was already ready. They know what to do already. Yeah. So that then there was one of the things that actually helped us move to the next stage. So we have our first 10x from the COVID period. Yeah. And I think that was the thing. So my idea with the team is always like this. We have like different so-called streams, different, each one in charge of their stream. Each one are their flag barrier. So when you're the flag barrier, then you have vested interest to make it successful. Yeah. So over the years, I think one of the proudest thing that I have is my team people all stay very long. Like Mark is 10 years already. Angeline 8-9 years already. Never leave one. Yeah. Not say never leave. I hope never leave. Yeah. It's because why? Because I believe in win-win. I believe that win-win. I believe like we are a team. So that is a team that comes together. We have skin in the game. That means when you come in, there is some pain to you, but there is some wins for you. So you're like entrepreneur when you come in and join me. There is win-win. That means at the end of the day, if we what together. So I think now if they leave, they're more painful than me already. So it becomes the opposite side already, which is good because I built entrepreneur within their stream. Angeline, Mark, Lina, all them more than 5 years already.
So my next question is, how do you then allow them this kind of like accountability such that if they do well, they win also and the company also win? How is this being structured in such?
Yeah. So every streamer has profit sharing. So we don't do equity. Equity means say you are equity partner of the business. The reason why we do equity is because if let's say company level, I do some mistake, I invest something, lose money, and they also suffer. Or we want to expand or grow, they also suffer. So we do all the profit sharing in the front. So every month or every quarter, your upfront how much you make really. So we do profit sharing on each of the different streamer. A lot of times we don't know the percentage. We don't know what is fair. So we will always say that, okay, we just have some idea what is fair. We put it down on paper. So everything must be on paper. Yeah, even friends, we do on paper. Do on paper. What is it? We write down and then sign. And then 3 months later, 6 months later, we review. This one is too much, this one is too little, then we can review. But anything that is before that, follow the previous agreement. Yeah, you cannot say, now retrospect and do you cannot. You must, after 3 months, 6 months, we review again, and from then onwards, we do the new percentage again. Yeah, because nowadays got a lot of other stream. Yeah. So we have like, so make sure it's actually also a skill because at the end of the day, everybody want more. But my point is, it must be win-win. Win-win is say, not only I win, you lose. That one is very smart, because I win, you lose very soon you'll out already. So, but I also want to make sure that it's not you win, I lose. Because you win, I lose, I don't want to do. So I must make sure that at the end of the day, we must adjust until it's win-win. Yeah, must win-win. So the promise that I have is anyone who stay with me for 2 years, they will make more than anybody, their peers outside. That's my KPI. So if I bring you in, I bring you in already, right? After 2 years, you compare your peers, you make lesser. That means I didn't do well. If after 2 years, you come in, compare to your peers, you make more, means I did well. That's my KPI as a boss. Yeah. So we have the kind of agreement that you come in, but also smart that if I know he make more, then I also make more. Because it's just logical.
Maybe could you give me an example of how this works? Because I'm thinking, let's say you do the webinar or whatsoever, because you're kind of like the face, making the offer. How do you then split that percentage to make it fair among?
So we have a few things. One of the things we have is the group profit. So every year, percentage of the group profit will go to everyone, regardless of the rank and things like that. Will go to everyone. That's the group profit. Then we also have the renewal. So each one of them will contribute differently, will get percentage of the renewal. So everybody ensure that the customer are happy. Yeah, they continue to renew.
So your profit sharing doesn't have to be someone who is only doing the closing. It can also be the back end stuff who has nothing to do with the sales process. They can still get a percentage of
Yes,
it.
of course.
Oh.
In fact, if you ask me, back end is very, 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 very important. Yeah. Even though we don't see them the front facing, but they are very, very important. They are like the backbone of the whole thing. If the backbone gone, you have the front where it's a cutting edge, no use. You cut, behind cannot process. So backbone is very important. Yeah.
So because I'm thinking now, how does then the back end part people contribute such that it helps to increase the revenue, but they can't really see these tangible things that they're doing that lead to the end result?
So usually we have like a front and then a back. So the front is maybe doing the closing or the renewal and things. The back is processing. Yeah. So brand processing, the channel they will get. Yeah. And then each back end have their own product. Yeah. As much as possible, we try to split fairly. Yeah.
So this is like agreed between you and the other people who are involved in...
Yes. So we practice transparency. So everybody know our profit, everybody know our revenue, everybody know everything. Yeah. So it's transparency. Yeah. So my focus really is on, I tell them that every one of you is my investment in you, because I believe in you, right? I invest my time, I build the business upon you. If you succeed, I succeed. So you are my investment, you're not my cost. So a lot of times boss feel that the staff is a cost. You're my expenses. But I always view that as investment. I'm investing my time, my resources, everything to make you succeed. Yeah. So hopefully undervalue one, eventually fully valued and I make money. Yeah. Yeah.
If that's the case, you have to be very particular about who you hire. So what are some of the things you look for before you hire
also,
them?
I'm very fortunate. I don't have like very strict criteria or do a lot of interviewing and things like that. Some people got a lot of processes, see if the first time, second time. Mine I really don't have. Like some of them just like Angeline is the mom from Facebook who is my student. They say, hey girl, you should go and see whether you want to work for Colin or not. Then Mark also from Facebook one. Yeah, so I don't have very, very good sifting process. But the vision communicated must be clear. So like whatever I share with you, I communicate this vision. And this is what we want to do. We want to play print bin, we want to play that long term. This is what we want to do. Yeah. So after a while, if the wrong fit, they themselves want to leave one because they feel that they're not pulling their own weight. Yeah, they're not pulling their own weight. Then I can tell them, hey, you're not pulling your weight. Like after 3 months, 6 months review, you're not pulling weight. I have people like after 2 years, never pull their weight. I still let them stay one. But they know they are not pulling their weight. Then after 2 years, then they leave. One staff, very cute one, he will leave already. Then every time, if they leave already, sometimes we have coffee again. Say, Colin, my goal is to work outside, become very successful, then come back work for you again. Because they feel that they are not good enough to come in. So last year we have coffee and they say, my goal is to do this. Okay, the door is always open for you. Yeah.
Another one I have is because I'm trying to think how I can implement what you just said. So for example, let's say I have a team, right? So I'm the one, conducting the webinar, then behind people helping to facilitate the back end, like let's say email support or coaching, helping to support the students. So how can I then structure it in such a way whereby they are compensated whenever the company wins? Because sometimes you do coaching and stuff like that, it's very hard to converse it because your coaching, we have like increase in X number of dollars. It's very hard to quantify that part. So like, if you were in my shoes, how would you then structure this compensation such that they are getting paid fairly whenever they do a good job, even though the job is not very tangible in terms of seeing back the ROI.
Understand. So back to the same thing lah. You won't know. I think the principle is like that. They must be motivated to succeed. And you must be motivated to succeed. So the percentage, we won't know the percentage. But we must come out something first. We will come out something first. But after come out something, I say, hey, majority of what I do, I just give you for free, then I'm not happy. Like you're not happy, then you can negotiate again. Let's say all the other way around. So need to start somewhere. And then from there, then tweak. Yeah. So what I do is everyone that come in, there's a base. So that is your fallback. You will never go below this base.
It's like a monthly income.
Yes, monthly salary. Then after the monthly thing is on top of it. Yeah. So there is a backstop. So everyone that come in, there's a backstop. Yeah. And it's also because now the business is bigger, that's why we can do backstop. Last time we don't have, But now everyone we come in, we do backstop and then we do the front. Yeah. Then after a while, it becomes their business also. Yeah. So when it becomes a business, then it's good because it becomes a business, they got more pain than they leave compared to when you leave.
Because you have now a vested
interest. Yeah, they got a lot of vested interest. You cannot leave it. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, what are some significant changes have you seen in this line of business over the years?
Change of business. I think Zoom. Zoom is one of the major change in business. You're talking about the education business, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Because after so many years, I see a lot of people come and go. Agree or not? New people come, then very active and go already. I think the key is to like what I say, at the end of the day, people see that, hey, we're trading like very lucrative business. It's just going to read some books and teach training and then you can make money. But that is very short-term thinking. Because yes, you can make like maybe 3 classes, 2 classes, and then after a while, it will die off one. Yeah. So I think at the end of the day, you must really, because you make money by adding value. You know what I mean? You make money by adding value. So your value that you give us must be much more than the money that you collect. So if you just focus on giving a lot of value here, right, then this is automatic. But you don't think of the value, and then this one will always be challenging. So I think over the years, I feel that people come and go. Maybe nowadays there are more new faces again. We never see before. Yeah. Actually, I don't mind like new people coming in. It's good for the space because at least you learn how to trade, or learn how to invest, But don't do already then leave. It's very bad because then you will brand everyone in the education industry is like that. Just teach, take my money, and then 1 year later or 6 months later, no more support. Very bad because that is bad for the people because they have bad experience, but they also brand everyone is like that. Then it's very bad for industry. So if you plan to do like that, then don't. Yeah.
And if say now, like given a choice, would you still choose to go into this business, or would you, think of something else?
So actually nowadays, I don't see my business as an education business. I see myself as a community. Sometimes we do things just make money when like we have a charity department that don't make money and just think of charity initiative to run and things like that. So if you ask me like personally, right, what is my calling? What is my calling? Is it to sit on the desk, trade, or do this? I think my calling is to do this, frankly. Why? Because sit at desk, you make money, lose money, only you happy. Only happy. Nobody else happy. Or maybe your family know. But when you do this, and other people make money, she happy, I also happy. Sometimes I get more happiness when they make money than when I make my own money. So it's a different kind of happiness. Yeah. So I feel that my calling is really do this lah. So let's say example, Collin Seow now walk out of life already. He'll be known for this lah. You know, he'll be known for doing this, building a community every week, doing the weekly webinar with the student, looking at the market together. And you see, when you look at the market every week, let's say long-term view, right? Don't change one. So if they keep fit for means this guy is no good. But if your long-term view is change, no change one, that means this guy must have liao, right? Or in your short-term view, you must have some theory behind and follow up with the practical. So that's why people continue to come. That's the thing. After a while, you will have the so-called compound interest in terms of trust. Yeah.
So now maybe let's move on to our next section, right? We talked about business for a while, we talked about remisier, right? I'd like to hear what is your relationship with money, because you have a very interesting perspective, right, of it.
Money, okay. So maybe just the evolution. In the beginning of my doing insurance day, my view of money is make money, spend. Because easy money. Make money, spend. That was during my insurance day, easy money. Then now at this part, went through about different evolution. But I think that may not be the correct way. But it's just my view. Is money is just a score. Like when you play an online game, it's just a score. You know? But everybody's game will off one day. You know, like you are ranked number 1 in worldwide, you know, your score. You're ranked number 2 in Singapore, right? It's a score. You know? So, but everyone have to off the engine. So, off the machine, right? Correct. So, but you say that this score can translate into material things. True. When you are number 1 in this game, you can actually get a lot of perks. Yes or no? You get a lot of perks. So, I think there will be a optimal line in terms of score. Optimal line. That means, do you dedicate your whole life just to be the world number 1 and neglect your family, neglect time to go on holiday or whatever, to just be number 1, to have the ego to be number 1? Or do you say, okay, enough already. Now, money, the score, the money, enough already. I can use money to buy time with my loved one. I can use money to buy experience. You know, maybe I sleep in a better bed. I can eat better food, things like that. So don't everything end up, because some of Singaporean every decision is based on money. Number 1, I buy a house. Where can I make the most money? I eat where is the most value for money. I go holiday where is the cheapest or the most value for money. The bottom line is always money is the first priority. You see, they don't go into the other things. But I think there will come a time that you say money should not be the number 1 consideration in this thing. There are other things that you want to consider, you know, in terms of putting priority. So I think money at the end of the day is personally, is ego. It's the ego. I rank number 1, rank number 2. It's the ego. After a while, it becomes an ego. You know? So you must be wise enough to think, yes, I don't want to suffer, but there must be a time that say, okay, enough already. Then what else do I need to do? You know? Yeah, because generally, just put the money in the bank, the money will grow. Yes or no? Yeah, just put the money in the bank, the money will grow. So then how do you channel it to other things, to other things? I think they say that when you're young, you have energy, you have time, but no money, right? That's why you exchange your time and money, right? Your time and your energy for money. But when you're old, you don't have. You have money, you have no energy, no time already. So you must use money to buy energy and time. You know, so money to buy energy means to say, instead of so energy means people's time, people's effort. You know, maybe you don't clean your housework, you ask people to clean. Time, maybe you save time. You take a faster way of transport, things like that. So that's how you become wiser in a way. Yeah. So many evolution in terms of money, So money at the end of the day, I thought yesterday I share with you, right? There's this thing called happiness divided by money ratio. It's a arbitrary number lah. Happiness divided by money ratio. So everything you buy a Lamborghini, there is a happiness, quantify the happiness divided by the dollar value. So you must do the best to find the one with the highest ROI in terms of this. And sometimes you'll be surprised let's say the auntie cleaning the public toilet in the airport or whatever, right? Just give her $10, $5. Wow, the smile she give you it's only $5, but your happiness is so big. It's like, wow, very good ROI. We're talking about very selfish sense, but in a way it's true. You get so much happiness, you spend so little money compared to other things. So I believe this thing, random act of kindness, just random stuff, giving. Which giving is one of the highest ROI one. If you think about it, if you just do random giving, it's one of the highest ROI. In terms of So talking about this again, there are other things that we should invest in. Because some people, they keep making money, they don't invest in their health. They keep making money, they don't invest in their quality of sleep. So there are a lot of things that they miss out because it's going to make a lot of money. Yeah.
Okay, just a quick one. Do you know that you can download the transcript of this episode? This way, you can easily recap the lessons and insights of this episode without having to listen to it again. And that's not all, because you can also download the transcripts of all my past episodes and quickly catch up on what you've missed. So if you're interested, go down to rainerteo.com/script. Script is spelled as SCRIPT. So once again, it's rainerteo.com/script. Now, back to the show.
So now that I believe money is no longer your key priority. So what's your priority right now on your list?
Okay, I would say money is not the key priority. I think money is the tool. Money is a tool to do some of the things. Yeah. But because think about it. If you have a lot of money and you walk out of life, where the money go to? Children, no? Yeah. And sometimes you think about it, if your children is wayward or not wise, you suffer so much and all the money go to your children, then the children just click on one link then all the money gone. Possible or not? Go buy some stupid monkey picture then money gone. So your pain versus their thing may not be equivalent. So yes, children, I feel that must have enough education. Wherever they want to go, educated, must have the life skill, like example, integrity, never giving up, things like that. All these are important so that when they play the game, talk about playing the game again, they are already equipped to play the game. But you don't want to let them start the game at level 100, then to go to level 101, very tired. You want to let them start from level maybe 10, then they still got the 90 stage to go, you see. So you give them enough so that they still have their fun making money. Yeah. Let's say, example, my friend, a billionaire already, right? So the day I was just joking, he's billionaire already, but it's very difficult to move up one more notch, you see. You know what I mean? But for them, let's say they want to enjoy their life, they want to give them enough skill, enough money so that at least they get a head start. So yeah, then the rest, then do other things. Go and do other things. So for me, right now, I think, let's say talk about one thing is spiritual. Spiritual is not just God. I feel that spiritual is about knowing that we are not alone. That when we die, we don't just disappear. That there is something else. I think that is important to know that this is not it. If we believe that the body is it, then very scary. Okay, that means there is I will recognize like a person controlling this robot right now. So this thing will go somewhere. This me will go somewhere. So that's spiritual thing. Second thing is relationship. Okay, they say that how long you live depends on how many friends you have also. So relationship is important. Yeah. Last one is health. I think health is important. I think need to change the formula, because last time we always think that fit is healthy, but fit may not be always healthy. Yeah. So want to focus on being healthy, right? Just being fit. Yeah. So these are some of the things that want to use this tool to do more of this. Yeah. Yeah.
So fit and healthy, how do you like differentiate between the two?
Fit can be people who can run a marathon in a very short time. That is very fit. Healthy, but you can see how people like run a marathon and after that just die. Why? Because every time you exercise, basically you are causing inflammation in your body. Correct? You're having inflammation. But why you become fit is because you build your body up, got enough things, right, that you can withstand that kind of inflammation. But every time you exercise, actually there's an inflammation that happens. So I think it's wise as you grow older to say how much inflammation you want, that you don't kill yourself, but still have that basic example, mobility, things like that. So let's say to come back to the marathon run will be very fit run, but normally he walk his knee pain. That is not healthy, or he can lift very heavy weights, but actually his right shoulder cannot lift up fully, So that is not healthy. So I think healthy, we need to say like mobility, movement, like all these things. I think is more important than all your internal organs. All these are more important than just being fit. Yeah, fit means it can be a certain performance stuff that you do. Healthy is just daily function. Like there is some old man that is in Japan that is still healthy. At let's say 90 years old, still healthy because he can move, he can do everything he wants. I think that is my goal to be healthy.
Yeah. That's an interesting perspective.
Yeah.
So maybe back to the topic of money. I know that you every week, I think it's from this program you attended. Was it Money and Me or Money and You? Was the one you attended? Okay.
Yeah.
And from there, every week you have this mastermind where you all meet up every week, right?
Yeah.
It's consistently for a number of years, right?
Yeah, 10 years already. These are 10 years.
Wow. And it's every week. It's like
every week, yeah.
So I'm curious, what do you you don't have to share your secrets, but what's the structure like every week when you all meet up?
Okay, so this is one of the best thing that also happened in my life. Yeah. So after Money and You, we have this BSE, Business School Accelerated. After BSE, we decided to form a mastermind. So we say, hey, let's meet up every week and let's do this thing. So we have a template.
So it's from Money and You, then you go to BSE, then you go to this mastermind. Is that how
No, actually there is no mastermind. It's from our own initiative we came out on. You can form Money and You, just form your mastermind also. Can. Yeah. Or even you don't need to go Money and You also can form your own mastermind. It's fine. But I think most important is the context, the rules of the game. So like our rules of the game is like cannot be late. Late till now is I think $50. 1 minute late is $50. You keep to your word. Whatever say you want to do, you must do it. So these are the basic things. And then we have structure. Like every week we go round. First round is what I feel like saying. So what I feel like saying is like being present. What I feel like saying is, today I feel very sian to come here. What I feel like saying is, I feel excited to see you all. Just say what's in your heart. So first round we go round. Then finish already. Second round we go wins. What is a win for the week? So a lot of people live their life forward. Always in the forward mode. They don't look back and see what have they done. So they don't celebrate their wins. So win is for you to boast about yourself. From the friends. This week I've done this. And also a lot of times people ask, where's your win? Do people forget also, what did I do this week? Yeah, so there is a good time to review what you have done. Actually, I've done quite a lot of things. So celebrate your wins. Finish already, one more round. Then challenges. Challenges is what, coming forward, what are the challenges that you face? Then people may give their feedback, like how can you support you and things like that. And challenges. Finish challenges already. Then we have a flip chart that we pick up the card. Then we pick up the card for the week. And we take a picture and then post it on Facebook, our own internal Facebook. Then, this is our record keeping. So this is our 10-year. then you're meeting up every week. Yeah. And I think one of the success that we did was because we meet every week. Most mastermind meet every month or once every 2 weeks. So most of them are 2 year, 3 year or no more already. But right now we are our 10th year. We are still growing strong. In between, sometimes we go, hey, everybody is like slacking, we whack at each other. Yeah, but after a while, we're still excited to, hey, today got mastermind, let's meet.
And you mentioned that it's like accountability. You have to like they check whether you got do what you promised to say.
Yeah.
So every week, every week you come, you say like, oh, this week I'll do ABC. Then next week you'll check whether do you do ABC or not.
Correct. It can be accountability. It don't need to be accountability every week. It could be accountability. Let's say, for example, I want to get my book done, and I always cannot get my book done. Then I say, okay, by next week I'll get my book done, my final draft done. If not, it's $500 or $1,000. So die you get the book done because of the money one, but because someone to your face, right? You need to protect your face. Well, still not done yet. Quickly go and do, But not every week need to do accountability. So let's say certain thing, push through. I need to pick up the phone and apologize to this person. I have been procrastinating, not done. I'll commit to everyone. I'll do it. If not $1,000. So then you make sure you do it done. You force yourself to do it. Yeah. So it's like a fairy godmother. Whatever thing you have, whatever challenge you face, you just ask the fairy godmother, hey, I want to do this. I will commit. It will get done.
Is there like a particular aspect of life, or you can cover family, personal, business, not just business?
Not everything.
Okay, nice.
Everything. Over the years, we talk less business. We go more like purpose, other things.
So there's a lot of self-growth as well, personal development.
Yeah.
So how long does that one session usually last, the four of you?
10:30 to about maybe 12. Yeah.
And you find that 4 is like a very sweet spot number. It's 4, right? If I'm not wrong.
Yeah, 4.
Okay.
Yeah, so we have original 3. Original 3. Original is still 3. One of them is replaced already.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
So now moving on to money, let's talk about crypto then, right? I believe you're one of the very early people who actually got involved. I think I saw your Facebook post. You recommended your community to buy ETH, right, at $400. Today it's like 3,000 plus. So how do you even get started with crypto back then so early?
Oh, so actually I know crypto earlier, like 2018, 19, then I was talking with Mark. Then at 2020, I find, hey, this is like the bottom already, the chance to get in already. Then I met up with Chris to Alex. You know Alex also, right? Yeah. Then from there I connected with Chris. Then from Chris connect me with Chi. Then 3 of us don't know, just very gum key lah. Then we call ourselves the whale trio lah. We form a WhatsApp group. 3 of us always hang out together. Yeah. So that started my journey lah. Yeah. I still remember one day I don't know how to use MetaMask. Don't know how to sell wallet. They two sit beside me at Raffles Hotel, help me to set up the wallet and things like that. Yeah. So that was I'm thankful for them lah. Shout out to Chi and Chris. Yeah, thankful for them that they help me out initial journey in terms of going to this interesting rabbit hole.
So you got started because you look at the price chart, looks like it's going to bottom out, there you buy. Then but you don't know what you're buying. You don't know what it's all about. Then after that, you start dig deeper.
Correct.
Okay.
Because I think it was dropping still. Yeah.
What year was that, the $400?
2020, somewhere in July, I did a webinar with Chris. And Chris did a webinar with Chi.
I see.
Yeah.
Okay. And how's the journey? How do you feel about this journey so far?
Good lah. I mean, like, because Chi also he started the tokenized exchange, but still very early stage. So I had the opportunity to invest in tokenized exchange. I was one of the early investors to invest in tokenized exchange also. So that was a very good run. Still haven't exit fully yet, but good run. So I think so far the journey has been up and down, but generally good. Yeah.
Do you feel that the crypto space there's like a real world utility or just meant for speculation to just make money?
I think got both. There are a lot of fluff out there, a lot. And there are some real world utility. But I think it's like this, it's like internet many years ago, there's still a lot of fluff and then there are a lot of utility, So just have to find the next Amazon or the next Google in the crypto world, you know. So I think being in the space will let you know who is the Amazon and the Google and the Facebook in the crypto world. But if you're not in the space, you will never find out who are these three people. Yeah. Just be in the space, you know, all these are the likelihood going to be next Google, next Facebook, or next Amazon. Yeah.
Any of these companies that you want to share that you have in mind, we think might be the next
I think
Amazon?
generally right now, it's still like the bigger market cap. Yeah, bigger market cap like BTC. BTC, I think, is like gold. I think nobody can replace BTC. Nobody. It means it's like digital gold. Not much use. Expensive. Slow. Like gold. But always will be there. Just like real gold like that. Always will be there. So in the crypto world, BTC or Bitcoin will be the number one. The store of value. Then second one is if it's like oil. Oil is like that, but you talk about oil, then you talk about the speed transfer, the cost, the security. But nowadays got a lot of new people coming out, like Solana. They are faster, cheaper. Security, I don't know why, but there are other new people coming out. Yeah. So I think the crypto world, right, it's not just about the tokens. It's also about what are they for. There are SocialFi, there are other DP, so many different kind of protocol. You cannot just say, oh, this is token, that's all. You really need to go and study like companies like that. This is for what, this is for what, this is for, and find the equivalent in the real world. Like, what is the equivalent of this? What's the equivalent of this? What's the equivalent of this? Yeah. And how can you use blockchain how do you use blockchain? Why do Facebook need blockchain? Why Facebook don't need blockchain, but how can we decentralize social, that things that I post on Facebook, to become not Facebook own my feed, I own my own feed. So then I can also own my digital assets. So then you find that link. Yeah, but blockchain can. Blockchain can become decentralized Facebook. So things like that. Yeah.
My take is that for it to, any token or company to do well, you have to solve like a real world problem, right? I feel that the reason why Bitcoin is kind of like OG now is because they're kind of like solving the problem of governments around the world keep printing their fiat into, infinity. So there's a very big problem.
Right.
So what are some of the companies out there in crypto space that you feel that they really kind of like solving big problems in the world, not just problems that they make out of thin air just to solve?
I think the financial system got problem. Like example, right now got a lot of middlemen. Like say fund manager got this one, the compliant, blah blah blah. So many kind of layers, So some of the things can be solved by code. Not trust the people, because people can still fail. Trust the code, So some of this immediate one will be financial, like bank. So this is financial, So bank, why do you need? We want to transfer money from my account to another person for another account. I must go through too many people and pay them money, each one of them so much money, right? And pay advertising, everything to get money to this account. That's can't already. So I'm solving this problem. Solving this problem. All this checking counterparty risk all these things, security, all these things. Like this done. Yeah. This is example of one problem that can be solved. The problem can be even like gaming. I think the next thing will be like gaming. So gaming right now, people play game. Yeah, we are into it. And games have going to very, very big already. Yeah. But you can see that in terms of assets, still the company own the asset. What if the gamers themselves want to own the asset right now? So gaming, in terms of NFT, whatever CS skin, can millions of dollars. Why can it be decentralized? Things like that. I think there are certain problems, maybe not immediate, but there are potential use case. Yeah, there are potential use case in terms of it being on the blockchain, based once it's on blockchain, there is certain advantage. Yeah.
Because there's also like a lot of projects out there. There's no reason to be on a blockchain. There's no need.
Yeah. So those are like more like money transferring here and there, you know. But I think the distinction is what the problem you can solve using blockchain now. I think once you go into the thing, transparent, security, things like that, then you can see what the problem you can solve.
Are there any sectors that you're bullish on the next few years?
I think it's in a cycle. Yeah. So at the end of the day, it's still flow of money. Yeah, still flow of money. So sectors, maybe GameFi will be a potential something that people will very easy to understand. You know, GameFi is something that is very easy to understand that potentially can become the next thing that can, because it's very retail, it's very, yeah. And of course the DeFi is another one. DeFi is another one. There are already billion-dollar companies around already, but DeFi will still be maybe number one, number two, yeah, kind of thing. And then the next one is SocialFi. SocialFi, it will take time for someone to say, I want to be the next Facebook. It will take time. But eventually, will there be a shift? I don't know, but if it happen, I'll be there. Mm-hmm. You know, now don't have, but when it happen, I'll be there. At least I have some vested interest in the next thing. Yeah.
So, okay, still on the topic of money, how about real estate? I think I know that you are, maybe I might be wrong, but I think you're quite into the real estate scene in Singapore as well?
Yes. During COVID, I went on a buying spree.
What was the reason for it? Were you like so convinced that price is going higher, or you just felt that?
No. I think price was... so for me, the theory is very simple. It's so simple that we may laugh, right? So long as the Straits Times headline say, we are in recession, go and buy. Immediately go and look and go and buy. We are in recession because recession usually, bear market take about 1 year, 1.5 years. By the time we recession, the market already dropped already. So when we are in recession, the market already dropped 1 year already. So it's a good time to buy already.
When you're referring to market, you're referring to the stock market or the property market?
Stock market. Okay, so the stock market, property market, maybe the property market will lag a bit. But by the time we are in recession already, the stock market has already dropped already. Yes or no? And the property prices will have already dropped already. Yeah. So it is, and then looking for property will take time to look for it. Also maybe another 6 months. So most likely, by the time you say the newspaper states that we are in recession, plus 6 months, you will more or less catch the bottom rate.
Okay.
You will catch the bottom rate. So whether buying car or buying house, same theory once this happens, just bite the bullet and just buy. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So remember, I went to buy don't have full lockdown. Cannot see the property.
Oh, that was during full lockdown when you buy. Okay.
Full lockdown means I just drive there, see outside. And the one of the shop that I bought, until fully transacted, I still haven't see the inside yet. Yeah. So I don't know what's the aircon. So I don't know anything. So I just buy the per square feet there and buy it. Yeah. Then the other one, I went inside the shop before because I was a customer there. They were doing wallpaper. So I know how the shop looked like and things like that. Then I said, okay, this one can buy. But I never go inside because it was full lockdown that time.
What kind of shop were those that you're talking about?
One of them was an industrial, but on the first floor, the ground floor. So it's like a showroom kind. The other one is like a shop, HDB shop kind of stuff. Then I also bought my residential.
So just because that you saw in the newspaper, we are in a recession, so that's where it triggers you to go and start looking.
Yeah. The instinct is always not to buy. Because it's... Oh, then the lawyer very cute. The lawyers, when I buy that time, there was the part about the government subsidizing the renter. Pay the landlord, then landlord will pay the renter to the tenant. So the lawyer say, when you do this deal, we don't have the money will go to the previous owner or go to you and things like that. Is it okay if you do that? And I said, okay, decide. Because the rule was not very clear. Yeah. Even the government wasn't very clear on the rules about the where the money go to and things like that. So it was quite scary at that time. I don't know if you still remember that government pay for 1 month rent for the people during that season.
And I also know of stories that the landlord never passed on the savings to the tenant. So that's painful for tenants. So
yeah, so on hindsight, okay, maybe I should be more daring, buy bigger things. But okay, I diversify, bought What my residential, industrial, and my shop. Also.
So why why industrial?
Everything is just based on numbers. Yeah, it's like a no-brainer kind of thing. The time interest rate was like 0. It's really 0%. So anything I can make like 5%, 6%, good yield, potential for upside, then buy. It's all based on numbers during that time.
So when you buy the industrial property, for example, is the price has already declined, I don't know, like maybe 10-20% from the peak when you entered. Then you entered.
I think I forgot. Definitely have declined.
Okay.
But I don't know how many percent.
Does it, like the percentage of decline, does that matter to you before you buy? So are you like looking for a certain percentage before you think, okay?
I think at least 20%.
Okay.
Of course, got the low ball at that time.
Got the what?
Got the low ball.
Got the low ball, okay.
Every offer is low ball offer. Because nobody is looking.
Oh, and they're desperate to sell, I'm guessing.
Yeah. Some of them is because during that time, the thing is, I don't know when I can open shop.
Oh, right. So you're taking a very big risk, a sort of risk down there.
I don't know when I can open shop. So then I don't know when I can collect rental. Then everybody just say, okay, because the time they say, COVID vaccine is going to be found 2 years later, the unlock is going to happen like 6 months later. So you think 6 months later, my shop already gone already. So most people will not want to buy. They will say maybe 6 months later, then when the shop open, then buy. Yeah.
Okay.
But actually it took like 2-3 months then open up already. Yeah.
So is your shop now selling stuff now?
Sorry.
Sorry. Also, just more like just buy and sell.
Last year.
Okay.
Yeah.
Then for like, say the residential, when you buy, was it because of a certain area that you like to stay or because the price dropped enough that you think I can buy?
So the house was very interesting because we were looking at like East Coast area, freehold kind of thing. Then one day we went to, just interest we went to see this place. This place, a small place. Then the agent say, okay, I'll show you another thing. Most likely you won't buy one. I don't know whether it's a selling technique or what. So you show me like my jaw drop. Wow, this place like the final place that I want to stay in. Because I moved a few times. It looks like the final place I want to stay in. And then I bought. But I got buyer remorse. That one I struggled with my mastermind. Because I bring a check already and talk to my mastermind, hey, should I take a check or things like that? Then my mastermind says, go for it. Then I go. Because it's a bit like I anxious that one. Because it's a bit like cannot really afford it kind of thing.
Okay.
Yeah.
And that's like after the price drop really.
Yeah.
Okay, so on hindsight, actually it's a very good decision. Looking back.
Yeah. Because the thing was like, inflation, right? But the property was selling like, compared to 11 years ago, it was selling at 1.1 million loss after 11 years.
Wow, 1.1 million after 11 years.
After 11 years. That means the house he bought, right? After holding on for 11 years, he still lost 1.1 million. Then I said, should be bought already. You know what I mean? So then that's just logic lah. But but the fear was, hey, can I afford it or not? That was because I also don't want to like burden myself. Yeah. So I struggled a lot during that time. Because when I hand out the check already, then I got buyer remorse. Then I keep struggling with my mastermind. Sure, no. Then of course they always go for it. You can do it. Let me go and die. Yeah. Well, on hindsight was right thing lah. Yeah.
But once you hand in the check, is there a chance to even take it back or is...
I haven't submitted yet. So I said, hold on first. Yeah.
Okay. And that point of time was it when you mentioned like newspaper, it says recession, so it was during
that
period?
Yeah. It was during that season.
Okay.
Yeah.
So just generally in Singapore real estate, is there like any particular districts that maybe you find that there's more growth potential than the other areas in Singapore?
I'm biased.
We're going to say east side lah.
No, I stay in the south.
Okay.
I will say that look at the big development. So it actually is not that difficult. You just see where the government is going to develop, then just go there lah. So like example, they're going to develop Great Lakes Outer Waterfront, then you'll be there lah. Because your time frame is not so short, right? You want to develop, let's say, this area, then you'll be there lah. So I think when the government say, which is good, when they say they want to do something, they do it. Like Punggol last time, they say I'll do the tech park or whatever thing. Then they really do it. So nice nowadays. Yeah.
So my next question is, because stock market I know is very efficient. They say one thing, boom, they're already priced in. But how about real estate? That it's not as efficient in that sense. It doesn't price in immediately, even though the government say we're going to do ABC.
They may price in just a blip and then after that it die down. Because the thing is like 4 years later, 3 years later, then after that it die down. Even MRT also. Yeah, even MRT say, the MRT is going to be ready then. The really spike is later part one. It's not when they announce the MRT is going to be there.
When it's going to complete, then the spike happens.
Yeah. So it's not really like, or maybe 1 year before the plane they start to climb because they know that 1 year later the MRT is going to be at that entrance. But before that, it may not spike. Why? Because a lot of construction. Yeah.
So only those who are like willing to endure the construction and fall thinking enough will just bite the bullet then.
Correct. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, that's quite a bit of money. So final question on money. How do you then manage your money like in terms of allocation? I know you have property, you have trading, you're investing. How do you like?
I diversify. So I diversify a lot across asset class. So like we have property, we have some emergency fund, savings, fixed income. We have some equities. We have some crypto. What else? And some alternative kind of investment. Yeah. So basically just diversify. The objective is not just to make more money. The objective is just to diversify the risk. Because if you make more money, maybe crypto will make more money, but you need to diversify across different asset class, and at the end of the day, have cushion it here and there.
To stay business long enough, no matter what happens.
Correct.
If property hit, at least you hear something.
Correct. And it also must have liquidity. I think a lot of people, because everybody know that buy property during recession. Why not everyone going to buy? It's because no liquidity. I already stuck already. Already in the property already. So they don't have liquidity. So they couldn't take action also. So sometimes I also think of the liquidity issue. Because you have liquidity or timing, then you can match. You got, so both things. If not, even more strong. Let's say, example, you got opportunity, but no liquidity, then you go and leverage some more. Very stressful. So you want to have liquidity and opportunity. Yeah.
And it seems that the Singapore market, the property market, very resilient. Interest rate now is higher, but the prices doesn't really seem to be dropping. It's like, why still like, no?
I say especially residential, because residential is like the government protecting us, right? All the cooling measure. Imagine they just leave one cooling measure out and then cooling measure go up again. So I think residential is still very, they want this kind of growth. That is not crazy, but it's not like crashing. They want this kind of growth.
Which is so good, consistent, moderate growth.
Not over speculation kind of growth, kind of thing. But that cannot be said for the industrial and the other non-ABSD kind of thing, because people will just leverage, and things like that. Yeah. So I see may be a risk down there. Let's say, example, if people will attend a property investing course, everybody going to buy industrial property, and then it's like, how to say, everybody think the price is going higher, then the price go higher because it look at the past valuation. It may not be the correct thing. Yeah. So need to have wisdom, like what is real yield, real money, and what is just based on valuation money. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So moving on, next section, maybe money, talk quite a bit. Let's talk about parenting. How do you, parent your kids? I'd like to hear maybe your philosophy, your principles you live by.
Parenting, I believe that we are temporary custodian to our kids. We don't own our kids. A lot of people like ownership of kids. I mean to say, 他考得好的成绩 is because of you, good result because of you and things like that. They become like your how to say your trophy or your possessions. So I think they are not like that. They are more likely we don't own them. We are just temporary custodian of them. They only have leasehold only. Then after certain leasehold already gone already. So while you are on leasehold, then what do you want to do with them? So a few things that if you are temporarily leasehold, you are a steward of them, then what do you want to do with them? One is, of course, the skill and knowledge. Skill and knowledge to survive in the new world. Like I'm very happy. My two sons, elders, the second one, they start learning about investing, trading, financial market. They look at successful people. So, this person quite successful. Good lah. At least you got people to emulate, right? Yeah. So, give them the head start. No? Not so much money. I think money ruin the person. Because I've seen like adults, like friends are like 30 years old, don't have a single job, every day playing game, every day quarrel with girlfriend, still seeking for love. Because they say in $100 million house, they don't worry about next generation even. Not even that generation, next generation also don't worry. But become very no purpose, no purpose. Their parent may do very well, but they themselves, if let's say live on their own, they got no skill, cannot live on their own. So I think it's not good because yes, the parent may know how to make money, but when next generation, then how? So I think it's important that you equip the next generation with learn how to manage money, learn how to manage life, how to manage your time, know how to communicate with people, know how to do all these social things. It's important because sometimes these people who are like very rich tend to be very no social skill, no technical skill, no knowledge, just have money which their parents give to them. Wow, I think very dangerous. Yeah, because if gone how? Yeah, which I've seen before. If no more how? Yeah. So if you give them, for my kid, right, if you give them knowledge, skill to equip them, and then a little bit of money to get them a head start, I think it will be good enough. Yeah.
So how do you then give them that maybe knowledge or skill that you want them to acquire? Or how do you help them develop it, to say?
One of the things that I do is, of course, last time when I was younger, they always follow me to work and things like that. I see what I do and things like that. But at the same time also, that's the advantage of being in the education. Because I'm in the education, I got other instructor, other people that they can also attach, or other coaches. They attach this coach to you, attach this coach to you. And then also because of the network, like crypto network, then I can, go and join this network and things like that. So I think that's how they also learn from other people, learn from the Zhe and Koko from there. I think that's number one. Number two, in terms of not say knowledge and skill, but more like love, is like they must feel that they are loved, they are not. So no matter what, they always love. So I think that's important. Yeah. Not because I got good result, then I are loved. Not because you are a good boy, then you are loved. So regardless of everything, you are loved. Then they feel more empowered. They don't need to seek for approval. I think a lot of people in this world, they seek for approval. Hey, am I good enough? So you need to let them know that, yes, your result is no good. Mine is extreme one. Like they get 40 out of 100. I say, well, good. Last time you get 30 out of 100, you improve 10 points. Every time like that one. Yeah. So that they themselves will laugh. The kids will laugh. But for me, it's like, just look at the positive. Just look at the positive. And interestingly, when they grow older, they think for themselves. Like the eldest one now want to do well already. The second one also want to do well already. Why? Because they know that even I don't do well, my father will still love me. So then do well lah. But if let's say he keeps seeking for approval, it become rebellious. Because last time I do well because I need to approve my father. But I grew up, I don't care about my father, so I don't do well. It become opposite. Yeah. So I don't think I developed this philosophy right at the beginning. But even when they were like, until primary 3, nobody had tuition on. Until they all fail. 4 subjects all fail. Then one day I was driving them to work. Then I say, how are you all fail? Then I say, Abba, I want to have tuition. He himself tell me he want to have tuition. They say, sure, no, tuition very stressful. No, I don't want you to be stressed. No, I insist I want to have tuition. Okay lah, you sure? And talk to mommy, So from there, they get tuition. From there, then they get that do well, like most improved and things like that. But I think it's important that it come from them, don't come from me. But this one also changed over the years. Because I have some rich friend that advise Jay, and then they say, hey, how come your You're so smart, like your grades worse than me, but all your kids Stanford lah, Harvard lah, all this. Why is it so? Then what I found is very young, they already send them to tuition, things like that. So my distinction is like that. My distinction when you send them to tuition or self-enrichment class is not for them to do well in class. You're not looking for the results. You're not looking for the result, how well you do. But you give them a head start. Because knowledge compound interest one. After a while, you build on knowledge, and it will build on their self-esteem, their own self-esteem. Because if compared to my friend, I'm better, my self-esteem gets stronger and stronger. But let's say, for example, he keep feeling, then after that, his self-esteem may be weak. Yeah, so I think given a choice, maybe I will give them tuition. Remind me again, I'll give them tuition, but I'll tell them result not important. I'll tell them that the reason why your tuition is because of this. The self-esteem. And you want to do well is your fault. I give you all the knowledge, skill, and all the back power already. Where you want to do well is up to you. No, results still not important. I'll still love you regardless. Then up to them to do. But if let's say a person is in himself want to do well, then he will do even better. Yeah, so I give him the backup already. Yeah. But he not doing it because of me, because he want to do it. You see? So if you rewind back, maybe I'll do it the other way. Yeah, to start doing them earlier head start. Yeah. But I wouldn't say that you do tuition because I want better results. Yeah.
So besides letting them know that the results are not important, how else do you help your children make them feel they are loved?
How do I know? I think spend time with them. Spend time with them. And how I spend time with them, what I notice is going for holidays. When we go for holidays, not just going for holidays. Go for holidays, we go and eat together. Eat together, we sit together. Sit together, we talk together. So I think just by going holiday, we have a job opportunity to sit together. And now we have this ritual also. I don't start from when. We have this hot tub together. Yeah. Like we go to Japan, and 4 of us in the hot tub. Then very cute we will give each other feedback. Yeah, so we'll start with what you need to stop doing, start doing, and continue doing. So everybody give each other's feedback take turn Then for me it's they all treat the same. Say, Papa, you need to chill.
Not chill enough.
Not chill enough. You need to chill. I go holiday is chill. Then distinction is okay I go holiday then I fully chill. Because when I chill, then they more want to take up the slack. When I do on, they don't want to take up the slack. So that was the thing. So I think spending time talking nonsense and just record a lot of the things that we did during holiday is to recall previous holiday. We were at this Airbnb, we were at this thing. They enjoy it. Yeah, I think at the end of my life, what will be left is their memory of me. Correct. Yeah, no evidence of you around already. Yeah. So then what are the evidence that you're around? Your loved one, your kids. So they will think of what? They will think of all the holidays period. Generally. Correct. So I also believe that invest in holidays, invest in time experiences with them. Because at the end of the day, these are the most valuable things. Not I make another million. Yeah, this will not be. Nobody know. Yeah.
Then on the topic of money, where you mentioned that you don't want to give them too much money because you destroy them. So how do you then allocate where enough is enough or just enough for them?
Ideally, right? Ideally, they don't need to work for money. Ideally, let's say example, everyone I can buy a property, rent out property for income. Then don't need to work for money. Ideally, so I'm planning to do that. That means everyone have a house and then rent it out the house. The rental income is enough to pay for your living expenses. Then you don't need to work for money. You don't need to stress over money. I think that is the first thing. The second thing is, I think that would be good enough. Yeah, don't need to give them I think it will ruin their fun. Yeah, ruin their fun. So like as if I fail, I still got food to eat. Can eat. Yeah. So then they will go and do all the interesting things. They will go and do business. They will go and try new things, be innovative, because they know that they won't die. I think that is very good if you can provide. Yeah. And think about it, actually it's not a lot of money. Because everybody always think, I need a lot of money, a lot of money for my kids. But actually not a lot of money. A lot of people, the concept is like, I need to make my millions for my kids. Actually, no need one. You just think about it. Let's say when you are 85. When 85, your kid is how? 55? 60. When you're 85, you walk out of life already, right? Why do your kid at 60 need your money? They also already, right? But Pa, I'm going to leave my money to you. I also already, why I need the money? So it's not so, the utility is not so high when you die and then leave the money with them. It's not high. So what you want to do is before you die, you need to plan already at 25, at 30, when they want to buy their first house, you help them buy the first house. That's all. That's when you need the money. So you need a lot of money here. It's just enough to get them the head start enough already. And the quantity, right? Let's say $1 million at 60 compared to 50,000 at 25, which has more utility? 50,000 at 25 or 100,000. So that has more utility, more use for them compared to the money that at the end of the 60, they don't need the money already. Yeah. So plan giving. So eventually, you give until no need already, then okay, you're on your own already. I've done my part already.
But I'm just thinking, like, let's say having a property for each kid, then their rental that they can cover their living expenses. Would that end up maybe to say, hey, no need to work, I just play computer game all day since I know I everything
think if they are not taught well, or they don't have the innate drive, either way they will still be like that. Let's say example, now no need to work. You can always stay at home. It's also like that. But right now, what I do is, this is the money. I'm not going to give you any more already. This is your thing already. And then whether they want to work or not work is their internal drive. Mm-hmm. Yeah. But the challenge I want to solve is the peace of mind that they can do whatever they want and fail. Because a lot of people don't do because they're scared of failure. Yeah, of course, there's the other point. If, like, say, there's a burn all your ship, then you really succeed. Also can. But since you can afford it or you can do it, why don't you just make sure that they have backstop? Like my team like that, I give them a backstop, but still have that upside. So this is the backstop and still have the upside. But you must explain to them that this is the thing already. If you don't have this, no more backstop already. Yeah. So if you can, then why not? Give them the edge. Yeah.
So what are some challenges you face, right, as during this parenting journey, and then what do you learn from it?
I think parenting, nobody have or maybe I didn't. I'm going to read all the parenting book and things like that. I think the challenge that I face is communication. Yeah, because especially for the youngest one, because the youngest one is like, I don't know whether they always go through this phase from primary school to secondary school. They always have this suddenly become quiet phase. So maybe they go into teenager, bodily change, or they want to get hug and things like that. So very weird. So I think some of the challenge is communication. My wife also say, hey, sometimes they don't want to hug you, or you hold their hand, they're very shy and things like that. So I think communication, I think it's something that we can go through. And the thing is, the next thing will be, eventually will be like their spouse, because I think for 50% of their success will depend on the choice of their spouse. Yeah. So cannot do anything but educate. Educate. Yeah.
So for the third child, where you feel that they want to distance themselves away from you, did you experience that with your first two as well? Or?
Yes.
Oh.
Yeah. It is just, I don't know, like they have this quiet period from primary school to secondary school. They suddenly want to, they're a bit distant from you. Even from mother also distant, father also distant. Yeah.
But after a while, they come back again.
Yeah.
What's the age they come back again? Like,
maybe after like Sec 3, Sec 4, then they start to come back.
Oh, so it's a few years.
Yeah. But the good thing is because they got two eldest one. So the two eldest one will also go and say him, hey, why you become like that?
Oh, okay. But they unknowingly they also all were like that previously.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I think earlier you shared like if you could turn back time, what you would do differently is like, sending them to tuition earlier, not for the results, but for the self-esteem. Is that?
For this, I think, okay, for the self-esteem, for the compounding effect of knowledge. Because if they want to do well and they have children, early education, they can compound. That's why my friends, their children can go to Harvard, can go to Stanford because they have the compound interest on education already. They always stop in class. So then it's very natural to have that result because they already have the processes, they have the habit, they have the knowledge to reach there already. You know what I mean? So for those that can study one, they will likely reach there because they're always first in class. Yeah. So two things. One thing is the social aspect, the other thing is the result. But whether they go there, it's not important at the end of the day. Yeah.
So is there like anything else that you would have done differently, like thinking back, besides the classes thing?
Maybe more. Maybe the youngest one. The youngest one, because the youngest one, I was still working hard, spend less time with them. So I think the first one, maybe the not the youngest, the eldest one. The oldest one, the first 3 years, I was not there at all.
What were you doing during that period?
I was doing what? I was doing coffee, I think. I was doing coffee. I told you, right? I was doing coffee roasting plant and things like that. Very, very struggling time. Yeah. So I was doing coffee then. Yeah. So in between the insurance and the remisier, there was a period I was doing coffee. Yeah. But that was challenging time. Yeah. So I was not there. Yeah.
So you wish like you're more present, right, during your growing up years?
But you ask me, is it something they could avoid? I don't think so. Cannot avoid one because you need to make money around. Yeah. So really ask me, I don't have much regret. Yeah. I don't have much regret. I'm really thinking like, is there any regret? Yeah. Don't have much.
What about, let's say now, aside from kids, your relationship with your wife, how do you like, keep the spark going after so many years?
Okay, so relationship with wife, the distinction is, after a while, it's not just this, is companionship. Last time, I never think of this word called companionship. Where as you grow older and older, there's this thing called companionship. You want to have a companion to do things together with. Because you cannot every time just bring your friend and go and do things. Right? So, wife, besides love, besides all these other things, right? When you're old already, there is this word called companionship. Right? You want companionship. Yeah, that's the thing. I think also because almost every day we either do yoga or we do work together. We talk a lot. And we still joke a lot. Like we still talk nonsense. So sometimes we just talk about it. Each other we still talk nonsense. Yeah. So I think that is the thing. We are like friend. We are more friend than we are like lovers sometimes. Yeah. So we are more friend. I would say even she our relationship is very functional. Very, very functional. Do this, very functional. So our thing also very friendship kind of thing. Yeah. So very cute. And companionship is doing things together kind of thing. So it's very I won't say what is the ideal relationship, but she's not a very romantic person. She's not don't need flowers, kind of thing. Yeah, she's not a very romance person. She's not very kind of person. She's not like functional kind of person.
Logical, practical.
Practical partner kind of thing. So I would say she's more like a friend. Yeah, and a companion in terms of doing things together.
What about you? What type of like your love language? What?
So my love language and love language is different. Like my love language is time and touch. You need to show touch. You need to spend time together. His one is opposite. His is acts of services. Do things for me. No need to say you love me. And gifts. So it's opposite. So it's very practical and just do things for me and send me gifts. Very practical. Mine is all like no need to buy things, no need to acts of services. Just spend time with me, hold me, touch me, carry me. So it's totally different.
So like since it's time and touch, right? So at this age, like your two kids are way older. Do you still hug them? Are they receptive to it, or they?
Yeah. So I have this ritual also like that I started like, hey, come hug me. So just take out and hug. Yeah. So this ritual I start from very, very young. Even till now, they are okay. Yeah. So whatever, even the oldest one can just hug them.
Yeah, that's very nice. That's something that I feel that I think we all same generation, our parents, that I don't get much hug when I was younger and stuff. And I feel that it's very important. So
I think it's a habit. So if it's a habit already, come hug me, then even they're older, they are still okay with hug. But if let's say we whole life never have, then 21 years old, they start to hug me, it'll be weird. But my distinction is, when my dad passed on, my distinction is, if you want that love, you want to hug your dad or whatever, you cannot start from your dad. You cannot say, Dad, go and change. Now become more touchy. No, hug me. And it's like, you must change. You must initiate the hug. Because he already got so many years of programming like that. So they say, then you should do that. You should take the initiative to hug him. And not he change and go and use to hug you. Cannot. Yeah. So one of the trick I have is take photo. You know, when you take photo, you hug.
Oh, yeah.
Take photo, hug already, finish it, then hug again. It's very natural.
Yes.
So it's like a hack. So take photo, take again, hug together, take again. Then that is the occasion where you show love, I hug.
Very nice.
You hug longer.
So is it like a daily thing that we all hug, or is just like a photo whenever?
So last time we maybe more frequent, now lesser. But I still like sometimes put them aside and hug them. Yeah.
Okay.
But we are quite. The other thing we do is the hot tub ritual thing. Everybody is like in underwear. In underwear inside the thing. Yeah. Inside the hot tub.
That's usually for holidays, you're in the hot tub together. Okay. Okay, now we can move on to maybe talk about some spiritual stuff. I think you're quite a good fit for this conversation. So do you think there's life after death? I think you shared a little bit earlier on, but maybe you can expand more.
Life after death?
Or maybe do you think there's something else after death?
I think, like yesterday I shared, there should be, if let's say everybody believes that there's a Big Bang, we're not put a religion aside. If let's say there's a Big Bang, that means before the Big Bang there was nothing. So something was there, nothing before the Big Bang, no time, no time. There must be a creator. So I believe personally that there is this is not it. That means after this there is something else. Yeah. So I think that is part of being spiritual, that we are not our bodies, we live in a body. Yeah, I think it's like a mantra or something like that. You know that I live in a body. You know, when I'm stressed, I'm feeling the symptom or the feeling of stress. I'm not stressed. So I think it's important to make that distinction, that you are not stressed. You are experiencing stress. You are not jealous. You're experiencing feelings of jealousness. Then once you can detach that, right, then you say, I can make a new decision. What is the new decision? I can choose to recognize the feeling of stress, and then I can let go. Yeah, so once you detach, then it becomes easier to live life. You are more like a spectator looking at life, rather than just too engrossed in the game of make money. It's actually this is just a game, bro. You can off anytime one. Then once you realize that, okay lah, if you're off anytime, then what are the things you can do besides play the game? Yeah.
So I also thought about that question for quite some time, and I'm also very logical driven. Like a lot of people like to say that, how do you prove that God exists? I mean, we can't prove. We also can't disprove that it doesn't exist, So on the topic of life after death, I guess what I noticed recently on YouTube, right, there's certain YouTube channels where they features a lot of people with stories who experience NDE, near death experience, and a lot of them share very similar patterns, right? Even though they are different race, religion and stuff. So wow, there's like common patterns. So that kind of like give me, more conviction, even evidence, right? That, there's something else after death, lah. From
Correct.
that YouTube channel, all the different testimonials of people around the
Correct,
world. So,
correct.
so that's something that just to share, lah, since, I asked you that question. So what are some of the lessons that you've learned, right, in life so far that is, rarely spoken about? Some of the common lessons, is like, be frugal, discipline, blah, blah, blah. But what are some of maybe the lessons that people don't really, talk about that often?
Don't talk about it that often.
Or overlook.
I believe that life should be a bit more stoic. Yeah, some people are just too engrossed in life. Yeah, that means like good things happening, bad things happening, good things very happy, bad thing very sad, Then you always go through that up and down, you see. Yeah. But I think if you just let life go, let life and just be the observer of life, you tend to be okay then. Because bad thing happen also okay, good thing also okay. Then everything become very okay, you see. Yeah. I think, and then that leads to the acceptance that things will not always be okay. So the happiness comes from not avoiding the bad things that happen, but by knowing that bad things will happen, but you're okay with it. I think that is the key. Because a lot of people say, Colin, a lot of bad things happen to you, but why are you always so happy like that? You're always very happy. Because really a lot of bad things happen. Like, it's not my fault that happened in my life. But why I'm still okay with it? Because I understand this all is like just transient. It's very, very short only. Yeah. So I think if you really want to become happy, then you have to believe that life will never be smooth. If you believe that life will never be smooth, but you're okay with it, then that's the happiness. I think everybody wants to search for happiness.
There's this reminds me of this formula of happiness. Happiness is equals to reality divided by expectations. So the lower your expectations, the higher your happiness score.
You mean really I got very low expectation of life.
So we're going to close up. Just a few more questions before we close up. So if you could, go back to your 21-year-old self, right? What advice would you give yourself?
I think just now what I said just now, just like work, enjoy your work. You must enjoy what you do. You don't work because of money. Really, really, really tell yourself, do I enjoy what work? And if you don't enjoy what you work, then stop. Because life is just too short. I think first thing is really to enjoy what you do. And then second thing is, if you can quickly find why are you on earth. Quickly find. Don't wait until very old and then find. Just find what do you think is your calling. I know my calling. Right now I'm quite sure this is my calling. If I know the calling earlier, then I tell, hey, this is your calling, go and do it already. No need to go turn left, turn right, just do this. If I can do that. But I also believe that the calling came about after experiencing all these bad things that happen. So it's not like a natural, this is it, this is the purpose. It's also because of the bad things, then from there, this becomes the thing, you see. So there's no wrong or right, there's no good or bad. So at the end of the day, everything happened already, it's just for you. Everything happened at the end of the day, it's just for good only. So if you have this hallucination that everything in life happened just for your good, then you'll forever be happy, you see, because bad things are good for you, good things also good for you, then your only formula is good. Yeah, then if you have that, I think life is need to be experiences. You need to be experienced, because don't just accumulate. You just hot. A lot of people got a lot more music nowadays, but they don't really enjoy all the music. Last time we got cassette, wow, really treasure the music, right? We got a lot more video to watch nowadays, but we really don't enjoy because so many Netflix, so many I watch nothing to watch because too many already. But last time we buy one, watch again and again.
The LD, the DVD.
Yeah, we really extrude everything out from that money that we spend, you see. So I think right now in life, we have more things, but we enjoy the thing less. So really need to, if we can hack it, then actually we need very little things only in my life. Correct?
Yep.
Yeah.
And
these
what-
are-
yeah. And what does the day of Collin Seow look like? Your daily routine?
Daily routine. I have my morning routine. Like my morning routine will be like take my supplements. So I have certain morning routine that I do. Do you want to share the morning routine?
I mean, if you're open to it, why not? Yeah.
So take my supplement. I will like Tuesday and Monday and Thursday we'll do yoga. We have a yoga teacher come down and teach us you do yoga together. If not, then we'll walk. And then we will also have one of the ritual. Yeah. Then journaling is one of the ritual. I writing person. So I process myself by writing. So I have lots of journal. But I write, I don't really read them, but I just write. Yeah. So sometimes message to myself or review my day or message to Creator or God. So it can be anything lah. Just write. Yeah. Then I also so there's certain things that I do in the morning lah. Yeah. So then after that, I'll look at the markets, look at the investments, how they're doing, any new decision that need to be made. And then after that, if Monday, we usually have a meeting. Monday meeting, they will all come to my place. Then we will have a meeting, we have lunch together. That's Monday. Then the rest of the day, we communicate lah. We have a different WhatsApp group, communicate. The end of the day, they always, so we have very little like, I don't micromanage. So what they do is at the end of the day, they just send me what they've done. I don't even look at it when I tell them I don't look at it one. But I just want them to write down.
To be accountable to themselves in that way.
Yeah. Then, but I spend a lot of time nowadays communicating with people one-to-one. Yeah.
You mentioned the community build one-to-one.
Yeah, either community or partners or friends communicating one-to-one. Because that's where you spend more. And over food, usually. Yeah, over food or over drinks. Usually it's like that. Over food, over drinks. Then where we can impart. Not just hee ha ha, but we can impart. So sometimes sometimes I don't know, which is good. Sometimes some of the members really share very deep things with me that they won't share with anyone else. Then good, I become that conduit that help them to process. I won't give them an answer, but I ask questions to help them to process. So sometimes I will spend time with them. Yeah, every week I will allocate some time to do this. Yeah. Like community like that.
So this among your SMT community, one-to-one.
Yeah, SMT community. Yeah, SMT community and also partners, friends. Yeah.
And how do you decide? Because your community is so large. How do you decide who's the lucky one for that week? Or
I don't have So my door is open on.
So someone reach out to you, hey Colin, I like a coffee. Wow.
Yeah. I used to during COVID time. I used to guard it a bit more because a lot of people communicate, but nowadays I'm quite open. Yeah. Of course, if let's say there are a lot, then I say, hey, this week a lot. It is very urgent, then I'll do on Zoom. Yeah. If not, usually it's face to face. Yeah. But I don't really safeguard this cannot. Yeah.
That's a really nice gesture from you.
If not, if sometimes it's urgent one, then I will call them or Zoom them. Because sometimes it's urgent. Yeah.
So, Colin, we covered a lot of things today. So, is there anything that you wish to add or talk about that we didn't manage to cover earlier?
Don't have. I just want to tell you that I'm very thankful to be here today. Very privileged to join your podcast.
It's my honor. Please don't say that.
Really, very, very thankful to be here. Thankful to share a little bit of myself with everyone. I think everyone is just an instrument in this in symphony, and I just want to play my part as the instrument. Maybe I'm the triangle. Correct time that I think, okay. so let's let everyone play not everyone can be the trumpet, somebody is a triangle, somebody is a drum, somewhere. So everyone just play their part, then this universe, this world will become better, rather than everyone want to become the conductor. Yeah.
Well said.
So everybody just have a certain part to play. That's all.
Yeah, and you don't know what's your calling or what's the purpose that the higher power has for you. You have to go and find out for yourself what's your role. So
the fact is we won't know our purpose until end of our life. Like Mother Teresa, when you first start, right? She know that, I want to be a saint. I don't think she, with the intention to become a saint and things like that. She just go to India because she thinks like there's need down there. So same thing with my life. I don't have a plan. I want to do this. Don't have fun. It's just as the thing go, there's need, there's things to be done. Then I just do. So it's a process. So purpose, our life won't know one. We just keep doing and follow certain principle. Is it really adding value? Is it really helping people? Then from there, then you will find your purpose already. Yeah.
And where can others, find and connect with you? Social media profile, website, what's
I think best is Facebook. I'm still very old school. So you can find me on Facebook /Collin Seow. Colin is double L. Then will you put my Facebook?
I'll put below in the description because many impersonators nowadays. So I'll put the real one. Have you double check it's the real one, then they're all in the description.
I think Facebook is the best. Facebook is the best to connect with me. Then message me. Yeah.
Okay, awesome. Thank you so much for your time.
Thank
Colin.
you.
I appreciate you.
Thanks.
Hey, what's up, my friend? So just one thing before you go. Do you know you can download the transcript of this episode? This way you can easily recap the lessons and insights of this episode without having to listen to it again. And that's not all, because you can also download the transcripts of all the past episodes and quickly catch up on what you've missed. So if you're interested to do that, then go down to rainerteo.com/script. Script is spelled as SCRIPT. So once again, it's rainerteo.com/script. Go check it out and I'll talk to you soon.